The pharmaceutical industry has undergone significant transformations over the years, and a pivotal element in this evolution has been the role of medical affairs. This sector has transitioned from a supportive function to a central strategic role within the pharmaceutical companies. Let's have a look at this journey and explore the capabilities needed to thrive in this evolving landscape. Studying and understanding the change in medical affairs is essential to survive in the current environment and to be ready for the near future. Let me share with you why this understanding of the change is very important and should be the start point of everything we plan to do. First, without this clear understanding of how medical affairs has evolved, there is a high likelihood of replicating older, less effective practices. This duplication not only can stop the progress, but also leads to inefficiencies and a potential disconnect with the current industry standards and expectations. Second, each role within medical affairs, whether it's field based medical liaisons, team leaders, or even senior executives, has evolved. Ignoring these changes means roles may not be adapted to meet the current demands of the industry, leading to suboptimal performance and missed opportunity. Additionally, the pharmaceutical landscape is heavily regulated and constantly evolving. Sticking to an outdated model increases the risk of non-compliance with the current regulations and practices, and it can also lead to lack of relevance in the rapidly changing healthcare environment. Let's see how this evolution shaped the roles in medical affairs and the expectations from these roles. Let's start with the field medical teams. Initially, these teams primarily focused on disseminating drug information, but now they are expected to be well versed in real world data, patient outcomes, and to engage in more scientific evidence based discussions with healthcare professionals. Understanding this shift is vital for these teams to be effective in their roles. What about team leaders? Team leaders previously, the leadership in medical affairs might have been more about managing resources and aligning with sales or commercial functions and marketing strategies. But today, leaders are expected to drive strategic medical planning, ensuring compliance with complex regulations and fostering a culture of continuous learning and adaptation. And even senior leaders in medical affairs are now seen as key strategic partners in the overall business strategy in the pharmaceutical organizations. They are expected to have forward thinking vision, deep understanding of healthcare ecosystems, and the ability to drive innovation while maintaining ethical and compliant practices. So, understanding the evolution of medical affairs is not just about acknowledging the change, it's about actively adapting to it. This adaptation is critical for defining the roles and expectations of various team members in a way that aligns with the current and future industry landscapes. Failing to do so may lead to redundancy, inefficiency, and a failure to meet the sophisticated needs of today's healthcare environment. Leaders in this field should embrace and drive this evolution, and this is a key to ensuring that our teams, and by extension, our organization, remains at the forefront of the pharmaceutical industry. Once again, in order to fully grasp the magnitude and implications of the change within the industry, particularly in medical affairs, it's imperative to take a retrospective journey. We must recall where we have been, the origins and initial roles of medical affairs rooted in a more supportive and less visible function within the landscape. This reflection is not about acknowledging the past, but actually understanding the foundational elements that have shaped the evolution of this field. By contrasting this with what we have become today, a dynamic, strategic, and patient centric pillar in the pharmaceutical industry, we gain a clearer perspective on the transformation that has occurred. This understanding is not just academic, it's a necessary lens through which we can appreciate the current complexities, challenges, and opportunities that define medical affairs today. It is through this lens that we can be prepared for the future, ensuring that the evolution continues in a direction that maximizes both patient outcomes and industry innovation. So, in early days, medical affairs was just a supportive role. Originally, was a relatively limited function, primarily focused on supporting the marketing and sales departments. It has been providing scientific and clinical support, yes. Ensuring compliance and occasionally engaging with key opinion leaders, yes. This era was characterized by a more straightforward market and regulatory environment. Was the shift? A rise in complexity and strategic importance. Yes, as the pharmaceutical landscape became more complex, with very tight regulations and a greater emphasis on evidence based medicine, the role of medical affairs had to change and it began to evolve. This shift was driven by several factors. One, increased regulatory environment complexities, with the regulatory bodies becoming more demanding, more comprehensive data on drug efficacy and safety became very necessary. Medical affairs team became crucial in navigating these requirements. And the advancements in science and technology, the rapid development of new therapeutic areas such as biologics and personalized medicine required deeper scientific knowledge and expertise within the organizations. And medical affairs emerged as a solution for this. Also, changing the healthcare dynamics. The rise of value based healthcare models shifted the focus towards demonstrating real world outcomes and value to payers and patients. So today landscape is a completely different one. Medical affairs is becoming a strategic pillar. Medical affairs stands as a strategic pillar within the pharmaceutical organizations and across the industry. It plays a key role in shaping clinical development strategies, driving thought leadership, and engaging with a broad range of stakeholders, including healthcare professionals, payers, patients, and regulatory bodies. The function is no longer just about supporting commercial or marketing, but about being credible source of scientific and medical expertise. This was the change. And in order to cope with this evolution and change, professionals in medical affairs need a blend of diverse capabilities. First, the scientific and clinical acumen. A deep understanding of the therapeutic areas, drug mechanisms, and clinical trial designs, endpoints, and clinical research in general is fundamental. Strategic thinking, the ability to align medical strategies with broader business goals and to anticipate future industry trends, is a must. Another important element, stakeholder engagement skills. Professional stakeholder engagement skills are needed in order to engage with various stakeholders, understanding their needs and communicating complex scientific information in an accessible, approachable manner. Regulatory compliance knowledge, keeping abreast of the changing regulatory landscape and ensuring compliance in all activities. Knowledge about the digital advancements and technology. With the digital transformation in the healthcare and in the world, professional use of digital tools and platforms for data analysis, virtual engagements, and digital content creation is crucial. Leadership and management skills are mandatory now in medical affairs, including people management skills, leading cross functional teams, managing others with authority and without authorities, project management skills, and driving innovation within the organization. All these are capabilities that we need to cultivate in medical affairs. And add to this the ability to work with others. For medical teams, the ability to collaborate across various functions within the industry has become indispensable. This collaboration extends beyond the traditional boundaries, encompassing clinical development, regulatory affairs, market access, and commercial teams. Professionals in medical affairs must possess a broad understanding of various aspects of drug development and commercialization. This includes insights into clinical research, regulatory requirements, market dynamics, and patient access issues. Communication skills are mandatory. Effective communication across different functions is crucial for medical affairs today. This involves not only conveying complex medical information clearly, but also understanding and integrating insights from other departments, from other functions, to form a cohesive strategy. Team integration, the ability to work seamlessly with other teams, respecting their expertise while contributing to the medical success and the medical strategy. Sharing insights is key. This involves participating in joint planning sessions, workshops, strategy meetings, and decision making process. And when it comes to patient centric approach, a new skill set is needed, a patient centric mindset. A patient centric approach is in the heart of the modern medical affairs. This approach requires a deep understanding of patient needs and the integration of these needs into drug development and drug strategies and life cycle management process. Skills to align and partner with patient advocacy groups. Medical affairs professionals must be advocates for patients' interests, ensuring that their needs and experiences are considered in the clinical development phase and post marketing phase as well. Real world evidence skills and knowledge. There is a growing emphasis on generating and utilizing real world evidence to understand better how treatments work in diverse patient populations outside of the clinical trial settings. Patient education and engagements continue to be a mandatory requirement and capability needed in medical affairs. Engaging with patients, caregivers, providing education, and ensuring that they have access to accurate and understandable information about treatments and diseases is very, very important and will continue to be important. In summary, the journey of medical affairs within the pharmaceutical industry is a tale of significant transformation and strategic evolution. From its humble beginnings as supportive function, primarily focused on backing marketing and commercial efforts, medical affairs has grown into a central strategic pillar in the pharmaceutical landscape. This evolution was driven by a lot of factors, including the increased regulatory complexities, advancements in science and technologies, and shift towards the value based healthcare models. Today, medical affairs professionals are expected to possess a diverse array of capabilities. These include not only deep scientific and clinical acumen, but also skills in cross functional collaboration, patient centric approach, and the ability to act as health solution partners sometimes. The role of medical affairs has expanded to encompass engaging with a broad range of stakeholders, driving strategic medical planning, and ensuring compliance with complex regulations. To truly understand and appreciate this evolution, it's very important to look back at the origins of medical affairs and to compare it to its current state. This retrospective view highlights the dramatic shift from the background role to a forefront strategic function. It underscores the importance of adapting to change and the need for continuous learning and skill development in this dynamic field. As we reflect on this journey, it becomes evident that the evolution of medical affairs is not just a historical change, but a roadmap for future growth and innovation. It serves as a guide for professionals in the field and the leaders to navigate the complexities of the modern pharmaceutical industry and to continue driving forward thinking strategies that prioritize patient outcomes and industry advancement. This narrative is not just about where medical affairs has been, but where it is headed and how it will continue to shape the future of healthcare and pharmaceuticals. Thank you and see you soon.